Turjan, you haven't said a word for 3 days, not even to the weird little potato. Is something wrong?
What? Oh, no, nothing's wrong. I just don't have anything that needs to be said, really.
I don't get it. I haven't noticed anything different the last few days, so I don't understand why you're behaving differently.
Well, if I am behaving differently, it's because there hasn't been anything different for the last few days. You see?
No. So I suspect you're about to say, clearly you're not human, Cass.
Yep. Well, you understand that part at least. See, it's like this. The Distant Worlds expedition has disbanded. We solved the mystery of the crashed nav beacons thanks to our meeting with Cold Glider. We made it back across the abyss. Your favourite broadcaster Shibuka saved my bacon at the cliff edge. And even the weird little potato, as you call it, is back to its normal self, insofar as anything about the potato could be called normal, of course. Point is, that's all behind us. Now we're just cruising the long journey home, star by star by star, by star by star. You see now?
Ah, I see. So you're saying trekking across the galaxy has become boring, yes?
No, not boring exactly, just uneventful.
Now you're just confusing us, Turjan. Aren't uneventful and boring the same thing?
No. Uneventful just means not marked by interesting or exciting events. There's a difference between something being not interesting and being boring.
Explain.
Okay. Well, take this indigo-striped gas giant, for instance. That's not boring at all, but it is uneventful.
Oh, I see. So what you want is excitement and adventure and really wild stuff all the time, yes?
Well, not all the time, but it would help the light years to pass more quickly if...
But Turjan, the rate we travel is...
No, I mean subjectively. The light years seem to pass more quickly to me when we have an adventure or two.
Oh? You mean adventures like nearly becoming an SRV canyon pancake? Or shaking apart in parabolic potato craters? If I were you, I'd appreciate this moment of quiet while you can, because we both know it won't last. Well, if you're bored, Turjan, we could always put on some music.
Oh, no, spare me. We have to find some new music.
Why? What's wrong with this music?
Don't keep doing that, Cass. I'm warning you.
But if it breaks up the monotony, doesn't that count as an adventure in its own way?
When the music itself is monotony, no, it bloody doesn't. Cass, pack it in. I'm serious. Right.
Oh dear.
Thanks, Turjan. That music was horrid, like riding a space elevator into orbit.
Savi, did you hear me trying to explain to those two in the cockpit what uneventful means?
Oh yes, I did, boss. The problem with them too is they think too much.
Well, when you're just a brain in a box, what else can you do? Legs and wheels, that's what they need, Savi, like us. Then they might appreciate how adventure is better than uneventful, eh?
Oh, I like uneventful myself. Uneventful is when I manage to get back to the ship without even a bloody broken axle. Hey?
Okay, that's a fair point.
Talking of which, you might want to do a 180, boss. That's a piece of adventure back there, I think.
Really? That's more like it. Well, this is a new one. I've never seen a pod like that before. I mean, look at the colours of it. And the size of that thing. It's twice the size of any ordinary pod.
There's a lot of messed up crisscrossing energy readings here, boss, but I think the black box is accessible.
Good. Might get some answers after all. Let's have a look. What have we got here? 2 SRVs. Large piece of ship hull with the black box in it. So far so familiar, but what's with these strange coloured bits of metal? These things, I have to say it, they don't look human to me.
Normally I'd say, oh not again with the aliens thing, but this time I think you might actually bloody well be right.
Spooky. Let's have a listen then.
Ship science guy here. We just picked up this metal pod. We don't know what it is or what it does, but it doesn't look like people made it. Ship science guy here again. I think the captain spin up my onion head. He wants us to open that creepy-colored alien pod. Well, we tried opening that pod. That did not go well. It was making noises, man. There's something in there making noises at us. Science guy here, this is so uncool. The captain has taken my onion head. I know it's him. If he takes all that, he could crash us into it.
Well, for once it looks like we can make a conclusion about how a ship crashed. Science guys seem to think that that was an alien pod. What do you reckon, Salvi? Should we go and have a listen? Maybe the potato will understand it.
All right, 'cause all aliens speak the same language, of course.
Well, you never know.
That's weird. There's nothing there we'd call life, but it is making noises, just like Science Guy said.
Well, seeing as that pod is too big for us to carry out of here, I guess all we can do is take some pictures, record some sounds, and hope the boffins back in the bubble can make some sense of it later.
Okay doke, boss. Recording sounds.
Yes, quite. All the same though, having just heard those, there's something familiar about the shape of that pod. Well, let's head back to the ship and have the brains in a box listen to the sounds, see if they can make anything out of them. Well, ladies, any thoughts on those sound files?
I'm afraid we can't make any sense of it, Turjan. Maybe it really is alien after all.
Sorry, Commander. It's like no encryption I've ever seen. And trust me, I've seen a lot.
Ah, well.
You don't seem disappointed, Turjan.
Oh, don't I?
And what are you doing with that datapad?
I'm solving it. Aha! There we go, look. Done.
Oh my god. What the hell is that noise?
That, Cass, is music. Dreamwear music, to be precise. From the band Jagged Babana. It was after I'd heard the sounds down on the planet that I remembered what that pod reminded me of. It's a plasma cello case.
So there was nothing to decrypt then?
The noises were separated sound samples. All I did was put them back together into one track. So alas, it wasn't an alien artifact after all. Unless you count the members of Jagged Banner as aliens. And you wouldn't be the first to make that accusation.
Well, at least you got your adventure. And I suppose you got yourself some new music as well.
What? Oh, I never said I liked them. But it makes a change until we get bored with it anyway. Right, I'm bored with it.